every other minute of the game, every other set piece play. Is there really anything left to say? Cause they weren't doing nothing in play. A win's a win at the end of the day, but it only serves to mask our poorly to play. The Malassi is 2 games back from a long term, but he never thought that Saka would've got tame. It's a shame cause he couldn't play the whole of the game. If he did, Saka never would've saw the light of day. It's okay cause we take the positives and we move. We defended, kept the ball and pressed well through is what we do. But there's still way more to improve, that's the truth. But I like what I saw for the group. Now it's time to take stock, everybody regroup, cause that's another 3 points we'll never recoup. Shout out Marky. Jesus loves you. Yo, it's the OT99 Banter Room where opinions are shared and smoke gets served. Look, I'm fuming because Manchester United got served today, man. We got put on a plate, bruv. On a plate with the cutlery on the side, the napkins, and Arteta just watched us just get broken down with these silly set pieces, man. That just frustrates me, bro. It absolutely frustrated me that the amount of set pieces Manchester United gave away, Amrinda. But let me leave that for a second. Look, welcome back, Amrinda, man. Look, we always have to get you on when Manchester United are playing you guys, and many of the occasions we've been discussing, it's always been me on the losing side, bro. It is fuming, bro.
Yeah, no, like, it was a touchy game. Like, certainly the first 45 minutes, like there was no real flow to it. Constant stop-start, loads of fouls. The referee was being a bit nitpicky as well. But yeah, I think you guys were just set up to contain. Like, you did nothing attacking-wise in the first 45 minutes. I thought, in terms of like winning second balls and like not dominating the midfield, but like keeping competitive, I thought you guys did really well. But the issue is you can't do that for 90 minutes. Like that. This is what, like, you know, this is what kind of the traditional top 6 are used to. The bottom 3 or the bottom 5 or 6 teams doing against us. You know, 2 banks of 4, a lone striker, and then obviously you've got your goalkeeper. So it was a bit weird. But like, credit to the players, like, because you know the guys that you put at wing back, they were doing mad work. Malacia was doing a solid job on Saka.
He got me worried though, man, because remember when Malacia got booked in it in the first half, I thought, oh my gosh, because how are we gonna every time Saka isolated Malacia, I was worried, thinking, oh, what's gonna happen next? And when he got that booking, I thought, oh gosh, someone's getting red carded, someone's getting sent off. Because he just weren't ready to take on Saka. Like he's not ready. He's not match fit. And Saka's too much.
I thought he did really well in the first 45 minutes. I think Amran obviously was worried as well.
Yeah, he stayed touch tight. Yellow. Man, like NK, you joined. What's up? Oh, yeah. When you can talk, jump in it. But
So I thought Malacia did a really good job on Saka, but obviously once you get a yellow, like it's peak, bro. Because like any mind, like and you know, like I was saying to you, kind of off stream, Saka's up for battling, like, and he's really good at using his body and getting it in the way. So you're gonna end up fouling him, even if it's inadvertently. And you know, Arsenal know more than any other team. Refs are proper dodgy with that second yellow. We've had 2 for time wasting, or delaying the restart.
Yeah.
So and then I think once he went off, it got a bit difficult because Rashford isn't going to do the backtracking stuff. And to be honest, he didn't do a lot when he came on.
Bruv, what he did was give away a penalty, basically, by giving away that corner. Bro, he had one job to do. He took the ball to the byline. I mean, it was on the corner side, whatever. He was there trying to do a kick up, and then instead of him to just kick it out for a throw-in or whatever, he goes and kick it out for a corner. Bruv, the goal came from that corner that Rashford contributed to.
Yeah, bro. That whole thing was weird. Like,
bro.
And that's the thing about Rashford. Like, I think he's really likable as a player, right? Because obviously all the stuff he does around, like, you know, his kind of extracurricular charitable work. But on the pitch, the guy comes across so lazy, like he can't be arsed.
Bro.
Like, you never see him, like, he never looks like he's absolutely shattered because he's been running his ass off and he's been putting it about.
NK, what you saying?
Nothing, man. How's everyone doing?
Bro,
how's it going, bro? You're good.
Well, someone's clearly happy. The other end of the spectrum here is fuming, bro.
But fam,
Fuming.
I'm a little bit confused.
Bro.
You got an Arsenal fan on the channel.
Bro.
I thought we played Stoke today. I thought it was Man United versus Stoke City today. I don't know why Arsenal fan is doing here.
Bro.
That's like that's a classic Stoke City, some that type of football, man.
13 corners, bro. 13 corners.
I mean,
and that's the thing.
It's what they do best. It's what they do best, really.
The one positive I would say that Manchester United done in this whole game was ball retention. Like ball possession, even though we didn't do anything with it, which is frustrating. Because I think the only attempt we had on goal that I could remember was the Litz one, where he headed it sort of and forced the save from Rhea. Like Rhea tipped it out wide. I think it was a cross and a header.
There was a Dallo shot as well. A Dallo shot from...
Oh, Dallo, that went wide, a little bit wide of the post.
You know when Mount tried, I don't know what he tried to do, but it didn't even go out for a corner.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that was that chance. That could have gone into the bottom corner.
Outside of that, in terms of going forward, like Manchester United, like Man United was parked like 5 at the back, off the ball. Man United was 5 at the back, 5 defenders. Do you know what I mean? It's like we were worried, we were scared. Like the first half, I thought both teams were a bit tentative. They were sussing each other out. Second half, I feel like Arsenal ramped up the tempo, ramped up the gear. And although they didn't I wouldn't say I was too worried, unless I'm forgetting. I wouldn't say I was too worried about in play type of them breaking us down, because I felt like we defended well, to be honest. Yes, there was a last ditch blocks. I saw Mazraoui making them. I saw Dalot. I saw they were making like these last ditch tackles, and I was like thankful for that. You get me? That I think we defended well, but the set pieces, man, the set pieces is undefendable, bro. Like you can't defend it. And Man United had 13 chances to try to understand what was going on and try to defend in a way to stop like the onslaught, and we just couldn't. And that's the frustrating thing about this game. It's just like we were unable to we understood how important set pieces were for Arsenal, and we handed them 13 set pieces in this 13 quarters in this game. Like what? Like I just don't get.
But it's always been the mentality of this team, though. Like I think at times they don't really understand like the assignment of it, and even today too. Like I don't really know exactly what we went there for. Did we go there to play for a draw, or did we actually go there to play for a win? I feel like we kind of like set ourselves up to probably maybe nick a draw, or maybe keep the scoreline kind of like down. I feel like that's how the manager kind of set us up. I wasn't very happy with his lineup. And I've always said, like, since he got a job, I've always said he's like a Oli and Jose combined together. And we kind of like saw that today, Literally, like
he was
Oli
stressed, It was like this. There was pictures going around of him like this, like stressed out, because I don't know, maybe it's him. I can see he reminded me of Pep Guardiola in a sense, so stressed. It was just like
but I don't know why he's stressed, because I always say put your best players where they get the best at. This whole Bruno as a CM, obviously you talk to me. I don't see why he keep on trying out experiments. The boy is a 10. Put him in there. That's where he can utilize it, like play him in the center midfield. Today in the midfield, like he wasn't really winning no ground duels over there. That's the whole point. Like when you put him there, the game is 2 games. There's on the ball and there's off the ball.
Yeah.
How many ground duels did he win? He was very poor in the ground duels, and in games like this, you need to fight the right to play.
I don't agree. I thought Bruno did a good job on Odegaard in the first half.
I see him get a foot in as well, tracking back as well. Like to be honest, you see Bruno, I was surprised to see him start in the midfield against a top like an Arsenal. I was surprised. I thought he would play the lesser teams and play him there. I was surprised to see. But I know certain fans are kind of critical of Bruno Fernandes in this game, just from the quick initial like glancing I've seen. But for me, I did feel like he done okay. My issue is like, who could we have played? I know the obvious name is Casemiro alongside Ugarte, but in a game like this, I just feel like Casemiro would have been a bit too rash. Like,
No,
he
but I
doesn't
think the
give me
thing
the
is
confidence to play next to Odegaard.
the frustration is not necessarily with the player. We've had a player for a very long time. We know what he's good and what he's not good at. To me, it's just the manager choosing to kind of like use him as a center midfielder. You get what I'm trying to say? In a game where we probably didn't really create a lot, you know, we didn't really kind of like create a lot, and that's what he's kind of like known for in the final third. Now, I don't know if this is like a long-term thing that he's trying to kind of like play, because even in some of his press conference, he said it himself, like when you put Bruno in there, at times you want to try like the long balls, and when he's playing, you can kind of like tell. I mean, he was keeping it very short and very tidy, but you can kind of like tell from his body language that that's not him.
He wants to go long.
Yeah, he want to just try that. That's not like his natural game, and you can kind of like tell from that too, man. But ultimately, too, I don't know. It was a game I expected us to lose. I didn't expect us to just kind of like think, but I was very disappointed with the lineup and obviously the performance in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think in that midfield, I think first half we held our own, even with Bruno in there. Like, we really did like nullify the attacking threat. I feel like Odegaard was man marked out of the game. I saw like either Ugarte sort of keeping close to him, or Mazraoui at times keeping close to him. There was a tactic to say man mark Odegaard, and it worked first half. Second half, I don't know what happened, what changed. It's just Arsenal came out second half and flipped the script. Second half, they stepped up the tempo, and all of a sudden now the game was a lot more open. It was a lot more open, man. And then, you know, like I said, on the ground in open play, I wasn't too fussed because I felt like our defenders, Maguire, De Ligt, and Euro had a decent cameo performance coming off the bench. I think he was okay, but our defense did okay. It's just we really couldn't defend those set pieces, and that was the big annoyance, man. The set pieces. What did you think, though, Amo, with Bruno's performance? Then, what was your thoughts?
I thought he was good in the first 45 minutes. I mean, he didn't do what he's there, like what he's traditionally there for. So he's there to progress the ball.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of years ago, he was getting like 20 goals a season for you guys. But that Bruno seems to have gone now. Like, I don't think he's going to hit those numbers anymore. Certainly not in this team. I think this team would probably have to evolve at least a couple of steps before we see that again. But I thought he did a decent job on Odegaard. Odegaard looked really uncomfortable in the first half. Actually, the two players that we would expect most to penetrate and progress the ball would be Thomas Partey and Martin Odegaard, and both were pretty crap in the first half. Partey was making silly mistakes, not doing much on the ball, and Odegaard was doing the same. He was receiving the ball in tight spaces and just losing it, and then we weren't getting countered, but we were getting pressed in the midfield, and everyone was having to drop back. So I thought Bruno had a decent game. In terms of like the other stuff, you know, Partey missed a really clear header on the. I think
I saw that, bro. Oh my gosh, that could have been 3 set piece goals. Like, it's just it could have been more.
Yeah, and then there were more because Xerxes almost scored an own goal. There was another one as well.
Corners, bro. So, Man United is so like, we haven't fixed that yet, and we need to fix that. Defending corners, that's been a big issue for us.
Arsenal score set pieces against every team, though. That's like their niche, their specialty.
But you know what this is? That even with Maguire on, I thought, okay, he's good in the air, but he was nullified. Like, you know what it was? That thing what Arsenal do, yeah, is like they have everyone at the back post, yeah. And then just about as the Declan Rice is about to whip it in on whoever, Saka, whoever, they all rush into the box. So none of our defenders know who's who, where's where. They ain't got time to even think and stay touch tight or man mark any player. And 2, the opposition, like the Arsenal players have got the jump on us now. They got the run on us because they're in motion. Whilst we were standing static doing some zonal marking thing, Arsenal players are running towards you as the ball's crossed, and on top of that, nobody knows where's here. You know, if we're doing zonal marking, usually the players are in front of us. Like, typically you would see in a set piece, the players are in front. You can see where they are. You've got your eyes on them, one eye on the corner taker, one eye on the ball being on the player. because these men are running in from behind. It's like this. They're all like, what's going on? What's going on? Before you know it, they've got their head on the ball. That tactic there is mad because, and what they do is they keep a couple man like in and around the box. So it's not even like to say Manchester United can put all of their man and mark them, like, because it will be weird. Say you got the corner, the back post here, and you got all of our players here, yeah. You can't do that because they still got man them in the box here. That, you know, if you go and drop on enough players back trying to mark all those players trying to do the run, they'll probably just cut it short, and then the man will have a free shot on goal, and you don't need. So it's a difficult tactic to master. You know, that one. I think they, yeah, man.
I've seen a couple of them. I've seen a couple of them in slow mo, and even people like Martinelli who aren't an air threat, who aren't a threat in the air. Their job is to pin the goalkeeper. So he'll just run up to the keeper as the kick's being taken and just stand behind him so he can't run anywhere. So, yeah, I don't know, man. The thing is, right, like, teams tend to put the best centre-back or the player who has the best heading ability in their team at the front post. But Rice and Saka, they get, 5-10 corners a game. So they're getting so much practice in terms of whipping the ball in and getting it to loop and dip around the 6-yard box. And then if you're pinning the keeper, he can't come out, or he's going to come out and do what Fabianski did and punch Gabriel on the head.
Are you enjoying that type of Arsenal football nowadays, though? Are you enjoying it? Is it that where you guys are just at a point where it's like do whatever it takes to kind of like bring the Premiership title home?
No, but I think you need to be able to score more than one way, right? Our default way is playing through people, you know, so the split pass through balls over the top, over the last man and run on. But if teams are playing deep, you can't do that. So you have to have another way.
Some of the Arsenal games that I've watched this season, you guys haven't really been playing like the best football. You haven't been playing the best football. Yeah, it's just been like, that's why when I came on, I called you guys like this Stoke City, because like this season it has been that type of thing. But like I said, with the fans, I don't know where the fans kind of like stand right now, because it's like you just won the Premiership so much, so maybe you guys are not really kind of like focused too much about the style of football, but maybe at the end of the season you guys will more kind of like have a more conversation about the overall kind of like season. But anytime I've watched you, I don't know, I just feel like this is not the Arsenal, you know, the season that you nearly kind of like won it when you had a big gap. I said that football is no longer it's not the same football anymore. It's different than the same football.
So I'd say since Odegaard came back from injury, we've played more of that football. Like the game against Forest, the 3-0, we played pretty well in that game. When we battered Sporting 5-1, we controlled that game and played really well. Even the West Ham game on the weekend, that finished 5-2. Again, we played really well in that game.
So it's like Odegaard is like one of the rules to kind of like make it.
Yeah, it's kind of. Well, I mean, look at City, right? They've just gone on a 6-game winless streak. De Bruyne comes back, suddenly they win 3-0, and they beat
when Ten Hag said that, they said he was a liar. When Ten Hag said that, they said he was a liar. Now everybody's using his bus. When my players come back, you see good football.
Fam, do you know what? Yeah, I don't know. I think like obviously Arsenal got the win. They're trying to close down Liverpool. They're gassed. They got the victory. Get me, the set pieces is the in thing for them. They're happy. But I think if you say this result didn't go favourably for Arsenal, they didn't get any set pieces, you're expecting the goals from open play. Obviously, it's all hypothetically speaking. Then it'll make you analyze the in-play game. I don't feel like Arsenal would have been happy with the in-play performance, because at the end of the day, this is an Arsenal that should be blowing Manchester United out of the water, a team that is just trying to understand this new system and identity, having guys playing as wing backs that are wingers and guys that are like attacking midfielders as central midfielders or whatever it is. I really do feel like there was a sense of worry initially I got from Arsenal fans. Not a worry, but maybe a little bit of uncertainty, like how's this gonna go? And now there's a sense of relief, like, okay, we've played them, we got our win, and we can keep it pushing. But I do feel like I said, I do feel like Manchester United, I think for us fans, it's disappointing losing against Arsenal. It's always annoying losing against Arsenal in particular. But I do think that one thing is we've got to be focusing on is trying to pick up points. But the main point is the identity, the style of play. How do we want to play? How do we want to play? The discussion before this was we couldn't put two passes together without losing the ball. I saw Manchester United, especially in that first half, press, challenge for the ball, go in for it, being able to keep possession, like 10, 15, like, you know, maybe not 15, but hold on to the ball for prolonged periods of time in a game. And that's something that we couldn't do before. Do you understand? Players are closer together. The one-touch football, the press resistance was happening in the game. I saw it. Sometimes it was difficult to play through Arsenal's press because Arsenal pressed really well. But we were able to just about get through it. And sometimes it was a bit too peak. And then we saw Onana going long. But the problem is whenever Onana went long, the ball didn't stick. It came right back. So Rasmus Højlund was sort of doing what he usually does, trying to battle and wrestle and then fall to the ground. And the ball came right back. But I really do feel like Manchester United going forward, what we do need is Amarim's players, man. We need definitely, obviously, the front three. The front three needs... I know it's funny to say that because we spent like so much money on Rasmus, we spent so much money on Anthony, and we spent all this money, etc. But we really do need to get the midfield and the front three right, because outside of Garnacho is just not ready to be starting game week in, week out. Rashford is not either. You get me? Rasmus Højlund is not even either. He's still learning on the job. So you've got three players up there that's leading our line currently at the minute. Obviously, Mount has come back from... No one really knows what he's about yet. He's come back from injury. We've got guys up top that are just not, like, certified. Yes, Rashford scored the odd goal here and there and Xerxes and stuff, but we just need to get the forward line right. And then also that midfield as well. Because if we're thinking, like NK said, are we trying to do this Bruno thing long term? Like, what is our solution with Bruno Fernandes? 1 minute he's a number 8, 1 minute he's a number 10. Is that sustainable?
I tell you what, the manager, I think he got a big job to do. I think he got a big job to do. I don't have the ultimate confidence because I think he came in here on the premises that he has to get the best out of these players, because I don't think the money is there to kind of like spend it in that manner to like change the squad as quickly as maybe how we, the fans, kind of like will hope for. I don't like the whole three at the back formation. It's not Manchester United. And to me, if you're gonna play that at this football club, then you need to win something, you know, to kind of like convince us that this way might work. You know, on Twitter, I call him. I said he's like Oli and Jose put together. That's what I call it. You know, perfect combination of Oli and Pugu. I don't think we're going to be enjoying the kind of football that he plays, but I really think this football club target now is top 4, getting back into top 4, and they will just hope. I think maybe the way he plays might just be good enough to get us back into top 4 as a top 4 team. In terms of like challenging for the league, I don't think his way can make us do that. That's why I feel like we will fall short in that.
I don't know, you know. I feel like Arsenal was too much too soon. Like, I feel like it was too much too soon. Like I said, for me, I'm looking at their style of play identity. Because look, when I saw Maguire, De Ligt, and Mazraoui as fullbacks, as centre backs, I was thinking, oh my gosh, you got Martinelli on one side, you got Saka on the other side. Odegaard's gonna put on a through ball and leave these guys for dead. Do you understand? You got Malacia as well. He hasn't kicked a ball in how long, but you know, it's just getting easing into it. I thought we're gonna get left for dead. But to be honest, they held their own. There was not many times what I could think of where like Saka or Martinelli, like, you know, got behind our defense. I don't know if you can remember any Amarinda where like they got in behind.
There was a Havertz chance. Where he got in down the left, and then he could have slotted it past Onana, but he just he went for power and smacked it into his midriff. Yeah, and that was the only one. But there were also a couple of chances around the penalty spot where we'd laid off the ball. I think Odegaard had a couple. Saka had one where he went for the near post where he could have gone far post.
Yeah. As in because I was worried about pace, right? I was thinking, oh my gosh, we're trying to squeeze up high. You know, we ain't got no Euro, we ain't got no one with pace. But in terms of like getting, like being exposed where, you know, you guys are bombing in, getting behind our defense and whipping in the ball, I was like, yeah, we kind of managed that okay. Like,
I think running behind, you guys were safe. I think Euro struggled with Trossard when he came on. Because he's more tricky than he is. Like Martinelli tries to use his pace, overuse his pace.
But Euro made some decent challenges, you know. I felt Euro made a decent cameo, got stuck in, made a decent sliding tackle type thing, block on the like I remember there was like
I'm not sure why he came on though, bro. Why did he come on? Like none of your centre backs got injured that you need to bring on a centre back unless like he's got some reputation for being a threat from set pieces. I don't understand why he came on.
I don't need him, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't either, man. But I don't know. This new manager, he's on this thing about
fixture pile up rotation.
Yeah, just trying to give everybody a chance, man. Sometimes in life, not everybody deserves a chance, you know. Like if you don't know about some of these players, then I don't know why you got a job, man. But like I said, I've always said, once you get punched in the face, we'll see if we continue to give everybody a chance. Yeah, we'll see.
Look, so where's Arsenal in the league now? I think they've
back to second place.
No, they're third now. They're joint points with Chelsea. Behind on goal difference by like I don't even know how many goals.
You see, I was just kind of like, cause like some Arsenal fans kind of like crushing and all that kind of stuff, and I was just thinking, see. And as a Man United fan, I shouldn't say this, but I want Liverpool to win the title.
We can't Arsenal win it. We can't Arsenal. 100%.
No, because I think.
Or Chelsea.
Football, I think football has gone a way where we kind of like been used to doing the whole. It's gonna take time. Trust the process. Type of like stuff like that. And if a manager comes in like how the Liverpool managers have come in and gone on to kind of like win it. It kind of like take that conversation out. You know, nobody's gonna sit here and say like, "Oh, you need 3 years to challenge for the league title or so," because you see guys coming there and be doing it. And this is a Liverpool team that did not challenge last year. They did not. So for him to come here, you give it credit. And I think, and I know Arsenal fans, you guys will be wounded if that was to happen. You will be wounded because when the guy came in, nobody knew who this guy was, and nobody. I never heard anybody say Liverpool were going to challenge for the league title because everybody for that manager needed like 2 years to pull his team down. So I think for Arsenal to be doing this whole trust the process for like 5 or 10 years or however long they've been doing it for, and because you've been waiting for City to down 2, and now that City have down 2, if you don't take advantage, I think you'll be very, very disappointed with the whole project that you guys have been doing. But I don't know how you feel though. I don't know how you feel, but I'm sure it's true though. I am sure we're gonna talk again.
But beating Man United is not enough to keep Arsenal fans happy. Come the end of the season, they'll be looking at, if they're looking at another team outside of City lifting that trophy, they ain't gonna be happy, bruv. And then there'll be discussions around Arteta. People start moaning and groaning about him. Because it's building.
So I think there's pressure on him to win a trophy this season. I don't think the fans
a trophy or the Premier League. Or
is it a trophy or the Premiership or the Champions League?
I think there'll be pressure on him to win a trophy this season.
Are you going to be happy if you just do the FA Cup or the Carling Cup or the League Cup? Are you going to be happy? You personally?
So for me, I have mad respect for the FA Cup. You can ask firms when you guys won the Europa League and we won the FA Cup. We had massive debate around which was a bigger cup to win. So I have no problem winning the FA Cup. If he wins the FA Cup, great. And we've got the most FA Cups in English football.
I think you got that. Yeah.
Are you speaking for the whole fan base though? Because I don't think the fan base is on the same wavelength.
I can't. I'm not
the majority.
I'm not an advocate. I think most people will be happy with him if he wins a trophy.
Would Robbie be happy with it?
God knows. What I'd say is, I think obviously the fans will be disappointed if we get beaten to the league by Liverpool. But this like this propaganda around, oh, Slot's just come in and they win the league. No, Slot's come in and he's taken over a team that Klopp spent years building. Like that team's still got hella players in it. It's got McAllister.
That team got one Premiership. That team got one Premiership title. That team got one Premiership title.
But they're still the players that were there, right? Trent was there when they won the Prem. Van Dijk was there.
That same team, you guys finished on top of like 2-3 seasons on a row. That same team. Under a better manager, so-called. And you have finished on top of that same club. I think what is it, 2 or 3 seasons in a row that you have? So you cannot come here and tell me and then use that. And like I said to you, one thing that you guys do is Arsenal fans go a lot of excuses, and they will find an excuse for every single thing just so that they don't act as if like they're gonna be disappointed. But I'm telling you, if this Liverpool manager comes and do that job, I think it will be like, you know how fans kind of like normally use like the bottle job or so. I think it's one of the biggest bottle job, because your whole point have always been built about City are too good, nobody can beat City, red tete and stuff like that. So for this manager to do it, I think it's gonna be a very, very bad look.
There's 7 points in it. There's 7 points in it.
NK, on that quickly, NK. So if Liverpool lose a 9-point lead, are you going to be going to your Liverpool mates? But it was 9, right? Before tonight. Are you going to be going to your Liverpool mates? Oh, you bottled the lead. You got a 9-point lead.
Of course. You're always going to have to say that. Like, because the thing is, as United fans, right now, look.
We've got a banter.
That's what we just here for. You know, we don't have nothing to play for. You know, we just want to one of those ones. Whoever wins, we just have to find a way to laugh at it. But to me, anyways, just like the way I grew up, I have a lot of like more Arsenal fans that I know than I do with Liverpool fans. So I do not want to see Arsenal winning, because one Premiership for Arsenal, you guys will celebrate it for 100 years. That's what the football club does.
A statue, everything will get. I can't bear it, bro. Look, this is a mad one. I don't even know who we got next. I'm hoping that Manchester United bounces back. Who's your next game?
I can't remember now.
We got Nottingham Forest, which is interesting because they just got smoked.
I think we've got Palace.
Oh, Palace could be a tricky one, you know. But you always seem to smoke Palace, I think, anyway. But I think your next fixture, when I'm looking at it, you got Fulham away.
Oh, Fulham, We had we struggled with Fulham last season. We lost away and drew at home. Yeah. So we need to better that.
Look, man, I don't know, man. This is peak, man.
Hold on. Let's stay this back to United. Are you guys getting Europe this season?
Yeah.
Hey, don't listen to that boy, man. I said we're gonna be 8th place or below.
Well, United's gonna have to win Europa League and get into Champions League that way. We're gonna get Europe.
I don't think the players' mentality can go and win it.
Otherwise, we're coming 5th. That's it.
5th?
You're not coming 5th.
We're finishing 8th, mate. We
are. I have to big up Amarim somehow, man. We're coming. Either finishing 5th or you win Europa League.
No, you're not doing either of those things.
Just wait. Look, it's early days. Just wait for the Amarim ball to keep kicking, bro. Wait for Amarim ball to kick in. Look, there's like
I don't even know who's in the Europa.
I've got like a minute left on my thing, fam. So look, I'm gonna close out, but I'm gonna say this. Look, you got the W today. Well done. Corner specialists.
FA Cup.
At the
end. FA Cup. Is it Arsenal home again?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Hopefully we don't play Stoke City. Hopefully we don't play Stoke City.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, man. Peace.